Hello and welcome to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I am Mr. Randy and that is a seriously tall, thin bottle. If you're new to the channel, hello, welcome, come on in. All my returning viewers, you know how we do. You know how we do. So let's do it to it, shall we? So Mr. Randy has lately gotten into Mezcal. This is the Luminar Mezcal. What is that? What is that? Did you see that? I didn't recognize that. I didn't see that. You see that right there? Hold on, let me pull it off. Now, why would somebody do that? Did the bottling company do that, or did they see? It's like a little piece of black tape. I just noticed that. Reposado, 100% agave, aged in oak for 3 months. This is a Reposado. It's a 375. It is 40% alcohol by volume. It's protected appellation of origin. I don't want the cameras to pick up on that and send me somewhere and stop the video. Mezcal Reposado 375, origin of Zacatecas. I don't know. We'll come back with the full stuff later on. So this is coming in through, distributing through Pasadena, California. There's your NOM, 0286X. That's the first time I've seen an X. Lot number, C bottle. That's weird. Okay, so let's get it cracked open, shall we? We're doing an off the rip video. I think I was gonna have this like encased in plastic. All right, cork pop. Ooh, it's a synthetic black cork. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. So this will be my third mezcal. Reposado. That looks relatively light, like really, really light. But it smells like a Reposado for sure. I usually pass up on all the Blancos because I prefer the Reposados because they have a little more character from the barrels. So that first Montelobo, that Montelobo was, whew, it was hard to get to know. It was hard to get close to it. It took a while. It took a lot longer than most of my other ones, but we got it. We did it. I would still say probably off the rip of a new bottle would probably have the same effect. I wouldn't be surprised by it, but it'd still be pretty strong. Then I had that Delgay. No, was it Vida? It was a Vida Pueblo. Very nice. A lot easier to get into. So go ahead and get on the palate. Hold on, let me wash my palate real quick. A little dry. I didn't want to get, overhit on a dry mouth. Let's go ahead and do this. Here comes the acclimation pour. Interesting. So it is a mezcal, and it is aged in oak barrels for 3 months. This is a Reposado. I gotta say, that tastes more like a tequila than it does a mezcal. I got a lot of pepper, like a lot of cheap tequila blast you with that pepper. This had a good blast of pepper. Oakiness. Let's go in for that second one. That's nice. That's actually, I'm having a hard time believing this is a mezcal. This is a different kind of mezcal. That's why. It's not an espadín. That's why. Okay, so I'm new to mezcal, okay? And it just hit me. it's not an Espadín. That Montelobos was an Espadín, something else. And that Vida Pueblo was also an Espadín and something else. This one, I have no idea at the moment, but we will have all of that in the full review. I don't know if I did this, but we'll run through it. Off the rip, part one, get it out home, crack it open, have my first pour, share my first impressions with you, surprise. Part two, we'll drink it down halfway, we'll cork it, put it back on the shelf, let it sit for, yeah, this is a 375, so we'll let it sit for a week and a half. A week and a half. It probably won't last that long. This is a lot easier to drink than I thought it was going to be. But we'll let it sit for its time, let it open up, see what comes of it. I'll go online, we'll get some information. This is a Total Wine and More exclusive, so probably won't see it anywhere else. So if you don't have a Total Wine, it's probably not even on your radar. I can see through, no, yeah, it's got a metallic sort of backing, yeah. But anyway, we'll come back, we'll talk about it, I'll score it, continue to drink it, because part three, final pour episode, all the way down there. We'll compare that final pour to the first pour we have here today and everything in between. Yeah, it drinks more like a regular tequila than a mezcal. If this is your first video on the channel and you haven't watched the previous videos about mezcal, there is a difference between tequila and mezcal. The same kind of differences that you would have between bourbon and American whiskey. Bourbon has a very specific set of rules, so does tequila. With tequila, you have to use a very specific type of plant, of the agave. Here's that 1% failing me on my recall. Species. I was going to say the other one, not the varietal, the genius. That's not the word I was going to use. The specific type of plant. There's a bunch of them. It's not just one. There's a whole bunch of them. And with tequila, you can only use the regular agave. Now, I think there's like 3 different types of that straight agave. You got the Blue Weber, and then I think there's one other one, which isn't very popular because it doesn't produce the same kind of taste profiles and whatnot. So they tend to just walk right over that one and go for like the Blue Weber. Most of the really good tequilas are made with the Blue Weber agave. I would love to figure out what one are they using for this one. It's a mezcal. So the difference between that, the mezcal has sort of a more wide open vector to be able to use different types of distillation processes, how they produce this, how they grind it, how they bake it, how they do all that kind of stuff. There's different processes. And with tequila specifically, you have to use only an approved types of things. But with mezcal, it's kind of wide open. It's you know, game on. Let's do it. Let's get this finish done. This drink's more like a tequila. Just lots of spice, lots of that pepper spice right off the bat. I think it's more black pepper than white pepper. I think it's a lot more like black pepper. You do get some caramel vanilla over oak. The oak is sort of like last. This is very light. They say 3 months. 3 months in the oak barrels. I'm not detecting anything else. It just might be regular oak barrels. Because it's so light, even at 3 months, you get something a little more yellowed than this. Because that's almost clear like a Blanco. So 3 months, I'm going to say 3 months is probably going to be in regular virgin American oak barrels. I'm not detecting any bourbon or any types of other whiskey. which is odd. There might be something going on here because I did get a little bit of caramel. But the oakiness, it's very light with the oak, so that tells me it's probably, I don't know. We'll leave all that for the full review. If you like the video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. I don't know if I did that already, but go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Make sure these videos come right to you, and don't rely on the algorithm to suggest these videos, because it most likely won't. The finish is easy. It's smooth. The finish is better. I would have to say the finish has a little bit more oomph to it, a little more intrigue to it than the palating or the nose for that matter. It seems to get better as you go through that process. But there it is in the comment section. Love to know where you're at. What are you drinking? What's going on in the world of libations around you? Have you had a Luminar Mezcal? What do you think about the difference between Mezcal and tequila? Love to talk about it in the comment section, so let's do it. As always, thanks for stopping by here at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I guess we're going to have to come back for the full review to get something about it. See you then.